Greetings of the day to all of you. Today's lecture is the extension of our last lecture on thyristor controlled series compensator, TCSC. So we will continue our discussions on thyristor controlled series compensator. As we already know, our TCSC looks like this. We have a capacitor in series with a transmission line which is carrying a current I. The voltage across capacitor is VC, and across the capacitor we have a TCR connected like this. The TCR current or the inductive current is IL, which is a function of alpha, and the capacitive current IC, which is also a function of alpha, is equal to I plus IL alpha. It's I plus IL alpha. As we already know it, this is the bidirectional switch S. This is thyristor T1, this is thyristor T2. We have observed in our previous class that whenever this thyristor, this TCR is turned on, okay, for a certain range of delay angle, that is alpha C lim less than or equal to alpha less than or equal to pi by 2. The TCSC behaves as a capacitive reactance, and at pi by 2 it has minimum capacitive reactance, that is equal to 1 by omega c. And as you decrease the delay angle from pi by 2 towards alpha c lim, what happens is that capacitive reactance goes on increasing, and it has the maximum value of at alpha c lim. If you increase alpha beyond alpha c lim, then a situation will arise when XL alpha will be exactly equal to XC, and a resonance condition will occur, and XTCSC will become infinite, which is an undesirable situation. Therefore, there is a range for alpha C lim or alpha L lim less than or equal to alpha less than or equal to alpha C lim, from alpha L lim to alpha C lim. The area, the operating region is prohibited operating region, because in this region resonance conditions prevail and TCSC reactance becomes almost infinite. Okay, so this is the range of delay angle in which our TCSC behaves as a capacitor, as a capacitive reactance, and we are able to increase its capacitive reactance from normal value of XC equal to 1 by omega c at alpha equal to pi by 2 to a very large reactance at alpha equal to alpha c lim. So as you decrease the delay angle from pi by 2, that's 90 degrees, towards alpha c lim, the capacitive reactance increases. It increases from XC onwards. So XC is equal to 1 by omega c is the minimum, and then it increases. XC, which is a function of alpha, it increases till at alpha c lim it has the highest value. If you compare this TCSC with GCSC, GTO controlled series capacitor, in GCSC by turn-off delay control we are able to vary the capacitive reactance from 0 to XC, that is 0 to 1 by omega c. Okay, but here we cannot achieve XC equal to 0. Here the minimum value of XC is at alpha equal to pi by 2, and that is normal value 1 by omega c. And then we will, as we decrease delay angle from pi by 2 towards alpha c lim, the capacitive reactance becomes greater than its normal value. It goes on increasing. So therefore in TCSC, in GCSC we are able to vary continuously the capacitive reactance from 0 to XC, that is 0 to 1 by omega c, by turn-off delay angle control. But in TCSC by turn-on delay angle control of TCR, we are able to vary the capacitive reactance from 1 by omega c to higher value, okay, to a very high value. So that is XC to XC max. Okay, it's not possible to vary capacitive reactance from 0 to XC. We can vary capacitive reactance from normal value of XC to XC max in TCSC, right? And then I also told you that there is a range of delay angle in which your TCSC behaves as an inductive reactance. It operates in inductive region, and that range is 0 less than or equal to alpha less than or equal to alpha L lim. Okay, as soon as your alpha reaches alpha L lim, your TCSC reactance is maximum. okay, and it is inductive reactance. And as you decrease alpha from alpha L lim towards 0, because 0 is the minimum delay angle of your TCR, that is 0, okay, then your inductive reactance at alpha equal to 0 degree, the inductive reactance is equal to omega L. It's the minimum inductive reactance. So XC SC has, which is minimum reactance, that is XL min at alpha equal to 0. And as you increase alpha from 0 to alpha lim, the inductive reactance increases from this minimum value to some maximum value. From minimum value to maximum value, okay? So you have to remember. So therefore, we have two ranges of delay angle. In one range of delay angle of TCSC, your TCSC behaves as a capacitor, variable capacitor, varying the capacitive reactance from normal value of XC to some maximum value. And in the other range of what we call as delay angle, other range of delay angle of this TCR, our TCSC behaves as an inductive reactance and giving us a variable inductive reactance from normal value of omega L to some maximum value. If you remember, we had already drawn the characteristics in previous class. This is our alpha, this is capacitive mode of operation, capacitive, and this is inductive mode of operation, inductive, and this is XTCSC, TCSC reactance, which is a function of alpha, and this is the resonance point. At this point, parallel resonance occurs, and this XL alpha exactly becomes equal to XC, and this results in parallel resonance. Okay, so this point is avoided, and towards the right of it and towards the left of it, we make certain region, and this is the region which is the prohibited region. And in this region, we never operate our TCSC, because in this region, if we operate our TCSC, very near to parallel resonance conditions will occur, and TCSC reactance will become infinitely large. So therefore, our TCSC behaves like this. Okay, reactance, and this is alpha equal to 90 degrees, pi by 2. At alpha equal to pi by 2, which is 90 degrees, TCSC has minimum capacitive reactance. Because at alpha equal to pi by 2, your TCR is in the blocking state. No current flows through the TCR. It blocks all the current I flows through capacitor, and it has the normal capacitive reactance. And how much capacitive reactance it has? It has XC equal to 1 by omega C. Okay, and as you decrease alpha from alpha to alpha C lim, this is the minimum value of alpha in capacitive region. You can see the LC circuit, parallel LC circuit forms, and the capacitive reactance goes on increasing till it reaches some maximum value at alpha equal to alpha C lim. Okay, so this is the capacitive region of operation, and the range of delay angle is pi by 2, alpha C lim less than or equal to alpha less than or equal to pi by 2. And in the capacitive region, in the inductive region, this is the region of operation, this is in the inductive region, and in this inductive region, this is alpha L lim, minimum or maximum delay angle. At alpha equal to alpha L lim, your TCSC now behaves as an inductor, and it has maximum inductive reactance, this much. And as you decrease alpha from alpha L lim towards 0, its reactance becomes lower and lower, till at alpha equal to 0, the TCR is in maximum conduction. It gives maximum conduction, and maximum current flows through the inductance, and this XTCSC at alpha equal to 0 becomes equal to XL into XC divided by XL minus XC, where XL is equal to omega L, and this is the minimum inductive reactance. So what is this range of delay angle? This range of delay angle is 0 less than or equal to alpha less than or equal to alpha L lim. So for this range of delay angle, alpha to pi by 2 or pi by 2 to alpha C lim, your TCSC behaves as a variable capacitive reactance, and in this range of delay angle of TCR 0 to alpha L lim, the TCSE behaves as a variable inductive reactance. So it's very much clear. Now let me show how we can make a capacitor voltage. So in the capacitive region of operation, how capacitor voltage increases and how it decreases. Let me show the control mechanism. This is omega t axis. Let me draw waveform for capacitive current or transmission line current. 1, 2, 3. This is it. So this is capacitive current or transmission line current I, this current. And just below it, I will show you the delay angle pattern. Let me first of all identify these peaks of the current. Okay, these are gating pulses. IG means gating current pulse of the switch. Okay, T1 and T2 SCRs, gating current pulses, IG. So first gating current pulse is issued here, and this is alpha equal to pi by 2. So this is this condition, alpha equal to pi by 2, right? And then next firing pulse is issued here. And then what we do, we advance the firing of, instead of firing it at peak of the current, we fire the TCR slightly here. So this angle is epsilon. Epsilon is a small angle of advance. We advance the firing of TCR by a small angle, epsilon, maybe 10 degrees, 20 degrees, something like that. Okay, and then in the next half cycle also it's here, and then it's again fired. TCR is again fired at peaks of the currents like this. This is the firing pulse pattern. I will explain it in a minute's time. But let me show you now capacitor voltage. Let me show capacitive voltage. VC. Now for that purpose I have to drop these projections, zero crossings and peaks. Before that, let me show you TCR current. Just above this, I will show you TCR current. I alpha, which is a function of IL, which is a function of alpha, TCR current. And in this last graph, on this axis, I will show you the capacitive voltage, capacitor voltage VC. This is VC. Just hold on, let me drop these projections, zero crossing projections and peak projections. This is the peak of current, this is the peak of current, this is not the peak of current, this is the instant of firing, this is the instant of firing of TCR, this is instant of firing which is coincident with the peak of the current, instant of firing and instant of firing. Let me use a red color pen for explaining the capacitor voltage waveform. Okay. Now capacitor voltage waveform will be something like this. We know that in a capacitive circuit, current leads the voltage by 90 degrees or voltage lags current by 90 degrees. That means when current, capacitive current I is 0, the voltage will be at negative peak. And when current is at its peak, capacitor voltage will become 0. And when current is 0, capacitor voltage reaches its peak. So you can see capacitive voltage lags behind the current, or current leads the voltage by 90 degrees. And then it continues like this. So this is the normal capacitive voltage. Okay. So you are trying to fire this TCR here. This is the first firing pulse at the peak of the current, which coincides with the zero crossing of the voltage. Since how much voltage is getting applied across the TCR, capacitor voltage, and at this instant, peak of the current, which coincides with the zero crossing of the voltage, capacitor voltage, or zero crossing of the voltage across TCR. Since voltage is zero, even if your control circuit or control logic circuit issues firing pulse to TCR, it will not turn on because you are trying to fire TCR at zero voltage, so it will not turn on. So there will be no inductive current, no TCR current, IL alpha. Same is the case here. Next firing pulse, your control logic circuit is trying to issue here. When it tries to issue control pulse here, what is the voltage across TCR? It is again zero, so TCR will not fire. So here also TCR current will be zero. Then after this, what we do, what our control logic circuit does, so obviously you can see here very clearly that alpha is equal to pi by 2. So you are trying to fire TCR at alpha equal to pi by 2. It is not firing because at alpha equal to pi by 2, the voltage across TCR, which is same as capacitor voltage, is zero. So zero crossings. So at zero voltages, the TCR will not fire. Hence TCR gives the infinite reactance. No current flows through TCR. All the transmission line current flows through the capacitor, and this is the normal capacitor voltage, which leads the current by which lags the current by 90 degrees. Okay, so it corresponds to this instant at alpha equal to pi by 2. This is alpha equal to pi by 2. You are trying to fire TCR, it is not firing. And how much is the reactance, capacitive reactance of your TCSC? So your TCSC x TCSC reactance at alpha equal to 90 degrees is simply XC, which is equal to 1 by omega C, and minimum capacitive reactance. So you can see this is the capacitive current, this is the voltage, and the TCSC has minimum capacitive reactance, that is 1 by omega C or XC. Now after this, what we do, we reduce the, as you can see from here, as you reduce the delay angle below pi by 2, you try to fire your TCR here, capacitive reactance increases. Let's see what happens to the voltage. And we know that when capacitive reactance increases, the voltage across capacitor will also increase. That we already know. So in the next half cycle, what we are doing, we are trying to fire the capacitor not at voltage zero crossing. Okay, not at voltage zero crossing. This would have been voltage zero crossing. I mean voltage zero crossing यहाँ है, यहाँ आपकी voltage zero हो जाती है. For example, we are not firing our TCR at zero voltage crossing. We are firing it, we are advancing it. It's firing somewhere here. We are firing it here. So when we are firing TCR here, okay, what is the voltage across TCR? It has not yet reached zero. So it is some negative value, say this much value. So since negative value means it's plus minus like this, and which device you have to fire? You have to fire thyristor T2. So switch TCR is fired, and it's fired somewhere here. ये देखिए यहाँ पे आप fire कर रहे हैं, and it immediately goes into conduction, and capacitor पहले discharge करेगा through inductor. It will store energy in inductor, or inductor will release that energy, and what will happen to that? It becomes a parallel LC circuit. And what happens to the capacitor voltage? Capacitor voltage quickly discharges, becomes zero, and then it charges with the reverse polarity like this, because of this energy which inductor supplies to it, and because of the current which is flowing through it, positive current. As you can see, positive current is flowing through it. So therefore, as soon as firing pulse is issued to TCR, TCR turns on, or TCR में current pulse इस direction में flow होती है, because capacitor will discharge like this, and this current pulse is taken as negative current pulse. A small negative current pulse like this flows. This is the current through the TCR. And what happens to the voltage across TCR? TCR quickly, what happens to the voltage across capacitor? Capacitor quickly discharges. Within no time, almost no time, it discharges, and then it charges to a higher voltage. It discharges and then charges to a higher voltage. अब देखिए, why it charges to a higher voltage? Because inductor gives it energy, and then current is coming from the source also. I mean transmission line current keeps on charging it, and its charge will reach maximum value when current is zero. When current is zero, voltage across capacitor is maximum. You can see the voltage across capacitor has increased. Okay, and then current reverses its direction. When current reverses its direction, capacitor starts discharging, and when capacitor starts discharging, it slowly discharges like this, and it would have discharged to zero, but before it discharged to zero, your control logic circuit issues another firing pulse to TCR. Now आपकी capacitor voltage ये है positive plus minus. So which switch has to be fired? T1 has to be fired, and immediately when TCR switch S is fired, current flows like this. So capacitor discharges quickly and charges with reverse polarity like this. So ये quickly discharge होता है, and since current is now flowing in the TCR in this direction, so it is a positive current, and a higher value of current will flow. A higher value of current like this. So capacitor will quickly discharge, of course, and then it will charge to higher voltage. It will quickly discharge and then it will charge to some higher voltage. ये देखिए, higher than this previous half cycle. उसके बाद क्या होगा? Your control logic circuit will issue firing pulse to TCR somewhere here. 1 minute. It will charge to higher voltage, and उसके बाद आप देख सकते हैं current has reversed its polarity direction. It starts discharging. ये देखिए, ये discharge होना शुरू हो जाता है. Okay, it first charges to peak value when current is zero. Voltage across capacitor is peak. At its peak, let me draw it again. Current reaches peak value here, and then it starts discharging. But before it can discharge to zero, your TCR is again fired, and again current will flow, और ये discharge हो जाएगा, quickly discharge हो जाएगा, and then it will charge to reverse polarity, और फिर discharge होना शुरू हो जाएगा, and before it discharges to zero voltage, again firing of TCR takes place and current flows. अब आप यहाँ क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं, यहाँ तो मैंने दिखाया अल्फा इक्वल टू पाई बाई 2 पे जब when firing pulse is issued TCR, no, TCR does not conduct. It does not conduct because at alpha equal to pi by 2 it does not conduct because voltage across capacitor, which is the voltage across thyristor, is zero. But that is not the case here. Here also you can see this is alpha equal to pi by 2, almost pi by 2. It's exactly equal to, not almost, it is exactly equal to alpha equal to pi by 2. But here TCR will conduct. Why it will conduct? Because capacitor voltage यहाँ पे zero हो गई थी, यहाँ zero नहीं हुई है because of this high charge. So since some voltage is there across capacitor, but capacitor discharge हो जाएगा और current flow होगी. Similarly, this is alpha equal to pi by 2. Capacitor TCR will charge. TCR will conduct because capacitor voltage zero नहीं हुई है. It is there, and so therefore the currents will continue to flow like this. Capacitor will quickly discharge and charge to a higher voltage. So it will maintain this voltage. So therefore you can see this shows capacitor voltage increase. This shows the mechanism or phenomenon of capacitor voltage increase. This is how capacitor voltage increases. As from this graph, as alpha is reduced from pi by 2 towards alpha cilium, capacitive reactance increases, and as capacitive reactance increases mathematically, the voltage across capacitor will also increase. That's what we are showing. Here alpha is pi by 2, उसके बाद हम alpha reduce कर रहे हैं, less than pi by 2, as you can see, we are reducing it. So capacitive reactance increases, so capacitor voltage increases. So this is normal capacitive voltage. Now capacitive voltage increases. Okay, and why it increases? Phenomena मैंने आपको दिखाया, because you are firing your TCR here. जब आप advance कर रहे हो यहाँ firing, so voltage across capacitor has not. Here when you are firing the TCR, voltage across capacitor is zero. When you are firing TCR, voltage across capacitor is zero. So TCR voltages here are zero. So there is no TCR current, and normal capacitive voltage will be there. But if you advance the firing of TCR by a small angle epsilon, then when you fire the TCR, what is the voltage across capacitor? It has not yet reached zero. It would have reached zero here, corresponding to peak of the current. But before reaching zero, we are advancing the firing of TCR by epsilon. And voltage across capacitor is there, so capacitor quickly discharges, TCR conducts, this is the TCR current. And then in previous lecture we have seen when capacitor discharges, it quickly charges to a higher voltage than previous voltage. The question is, why does it charge to a higher voltage than normal voltage? Because it is because of the fact, so इसके दो आप एक तो mathematical आप बता सकते हैं, because as per this graph, as alpha is reduced from 90 degrees, the capacitive reactance increases. So when capacitive reactance increases, capacitor voltage also increases. So it is higher than this. This is mathematical, from mathematical point of view. So from physical significance, you can see physically what happens. The capacitor voltage increases because capacitor discharges through this inductor. It becomes an LC circuit, and we know that in an LC circuit, when a capacitor discharges through inductor then discharges and supplies energy to the capacitor, charges the capacitor in the reverse direction. So capacitor gets charged in the reverse direction because of the energy released by the inductor and because of this transmission line current. So therefore it charges to a higher voltage. दूसरा point of view इसका समझने का ये है, capacitor charges to higher voltage because you can see what is the voltage across capacitor. Voltage across capacitor is 1 by C integral I dt mathematically. This I dt area, current area, becomes higher. So for example, यहाँ से यहाँ तक जब आप, when TCR is fired here, I mean you can see this area is exactly equal to this area और capacitor voltage normal रहती है. But when your TCR fires here and current starts flowing through the TCR, और जब यहाँ TCR current flow होती है, what is capacitive current? Capacitive current ये होती है. This is your IC alpha, which is equal to I plus IL alpha. यहाँ IL alpha 0 थी, यहाँ IL alpha 0 थी, तो आपकी IC was equal to I all throughout. लेकिन इस पीरियड में जब TCR कंडक्ट करता है, so what is the total capacitive current? It is I plus IL alpha. Okay, so therefore अगर आप ये integral I dt निकालेंगे यहाँ से यहाँ तक, this current integral, this area increases. It is higher than previous area. So since integral I dt increases, so that means more energy is dumped into the capacitor, and capacitor therefore charges to a higher voltage. Similarly here, यहाँ पे जब आप फायर करते हैं अपने TCR को, this is the TCR current and this is the current through the capacitor. यहाँ तक तो capacitor current I थी और यहाँ it becomes I plus IL alpha. और अगर आप ये area निकालेंगे, ये area, it is integral I dt. It again increases because of this, and therefore capacitor gets charged to even higher voltage. This is, अगर आप ये, if you maintain this epsilon, I mean this phase angle advance, the capacitor voltage will go on increasing infinitely. So once we have reached a certain value of capacitor voltage which is higher than normal value, we want to maintain it. So therefore उसके बाद हम delay angle को advance नहीं करते, we fire it at peak of the current, which was the earlier case. Peak of the current, उससे क्या होता है, ये आपकी current है IC, this is IC. So you can see the area, this integral I dt, it is maintained. Here integral I dt is higher, so capacitor is charged to higher voltage. Here integral I dt is even higher than previous one, capacitor is charged to even higher voltage. उसके बाद ये integral I dt, it remains constant. So therefore it maintains the voltage across the capacitor. This phenomenon shows how voltage across capacitor increases by advancing the firing of this TCR by making alpha less than pi by 2. And from graphically here you can see, as alpha is made less than pi by 2 up to alpha cilium, capacitive reactance increases, and when capacitive reactance increases, voltage across capacitor also increases, and this phenomenon explains how voltage across capacitor increases when you advance the firing of TCR. So you can see it's normal voltage and this is high voltage. और यहाँ पे capacitive reactance becomes greater than normal capacitance value, XC. Okay, and capacitor voltage increases. So therefore if this is alpha equal to pi by 2, यहाँ से यहाँ तक pi है, यहाँ से यहाँ तक कितना, you are advancing the firing of TCR, यहाँ से यहाँ तक pi है, but यहाँ से यहाँ तक you are advancing it by epsilon, so this is pi minus epsilon. फिर यहाँ से यहाँ तक फिर से pi है, and then यहाँ पे आप epsilon आप वापस लेते हो इसको, so this becomes pi plus epsilon. फिर ये pi relationship maintain रहती है, pi and so on. So I hope this phenomenon you have understood, and this explains how the voltage across capacitor increases when you make alpha less than pi by 2. And from graph also, when alpha is made less than pi by 2, capacitive reactance increases. Your TCSC behaves as a capacitive circuit, variable capacitive circuit. Its capacitive reactance increases, so voltage across capacitor increases. And this phenomenon also explains that when you make alpha less than pi by 2, you advance the firing of TCR by epsilon, you decrease alpha, you make it less than pi by 2. This shows how capacitor voltage increases. So when alpha is made less than pi by 2, capacitive reactance increases, and hence capacitor voltage also increases. So this phenomenon explains how capacitor voltage increases. Now, if you want to decrease capacitor voltage, now suppose capacitor voltage is increased, you want to decrease it. Or in other words, you have increased the capacitive reactance, you want to decrease it back to normal value. How can we do it? Let us try to understand that phenomenon also. Next graph will explain that. This is again I. Next graph will show firing pulse pattern IG. And this is alpha equal to pi by 2. And then what we do, we don't advance the firing of this TCSE, we retard it. That means instead of firing it here, हम इसको दाएं तरफ ले जाते हैं, we retard it. The firing of TCR is retarded by same angle, epsilon. If you want to increase the voltage across capacitor, you have to advance the firing. You have to make alpha less than 90 degrees. And if you want to decrease the capacitor voltage, or you want to increase the capacitive reactance, you have to retard the firing of TCR. Instead of firing it here, you have to fire it after the peak. Similarly, यहाँ पे भी आप इसको रिटार्ड कर रहे हैं, उसके बाद वापस नॉर्मल पीक्स पे आप फायर कर रहे हैं to maintain that capacitor voltage. Next graph will show TCR current, IL alpha, IL which is a function of alpha. And last graph will show voltage across capacitor, VC. Previously, let's suppose voltage across capacitor we have increased. We have already increased it, so it's a higher value. और यहाँ पे आप पहली फायरिंग करते हो, यहाँ पे नेक्स्ट फायरिंग करते हो, यहाँ पे नेक्स्ट फायरिंग, यहाँ पे नेक्स्ट फायरिंग, here, here, here. Since this is the voltage across capacitor, it's at a higher value. Before it reaches 0, you are firing the TCR, and when TCR is fired, you can see when TCR is fired, a current flows, sufficiently large current flows through the TCR. This is TCR current. And what will happen to the voltage across capacitor? It will quickly decrease, okay, reach some peak value. When current is 0, voltage across capacitor is peak. It is at peak value, और फिर ये decrease होना शुरू हो जाएगी. But before it decreases, reaches 0, आप फिर से fire करते हो TCR को. अब TCR जब आप fire करते हो, this is the current through TCR, okay? और voltage एकदम decrease हो जाती है. The capacitor discharges quickly and charges to negative voltage peak. तो ये मेंटेन करेगा, whatever was peak here, same is the peak here. उसके बाद instead of firing TCR at pi by 2 here, we are retarding its firing by certain degrees. तो उसके बाद कैपेसिटर डिस्चार्ज होना शुरू करेगा, और previously when it was discharging, we were firing the TCR here, ये देखिए, और कैपेसिटर was discharging and charging to a positive voltage. ठीक है. अब इस केस में हम क्या कर रहे हैं, वी आर अलाउइंग कैपेसिटर वोल्टेज टू डिस्चार्ज मोर बिकॉज वी आर रिटार्डिंग द फायरिंग ऑफ टीसीआर. जितना आप टीसीआर फायरिंग रिटार्ड करोगे उतना कैपेसिटर ज़्यादा डिस्चार्ज करेगा. यहाँ इस केस में आप यहाँ पे टीसीआर को फायर कर रहे थे, और अब जब आप रिटार्ड करोगे यू आर फायरिंग हेयर, आई मीन यू कैन सी द कैपेसिटर वोल्टेज हैज बिकम लेस देन द प्रीवियस वोल्टेज. So therefore, when you are discharging the capacitor, at a lower voltage, the TCR current magnitude will now decrease. TCR current फिर से flow होगी, लेकिन उसका magnitude कम होगा. Its peak will be less than this. Why? Because the voltage across capacitor or TCR voltage is less than the previous voltage. It has decreased. When voltage across capacitor has decreased, so there will be current in this LC circuit, but magnitude of current or amplitude of current will be less. तो उसके बाद what will happen? This capacitor will quickly discharge, and it will charge to a higher voltage. This higher voltage will be less than the normal previous voltage to which it was previously charged. Okay, and then it will start discharging. जब ये discharge होता है, instead of firing the TCR here, you are again delaying the firing of TCR. अब आप TCR को यहाँ fire कर रहे हैं. Now you can see the voltage across capacitor has further reduced. So what will happen to TCR current? TCR current further reduce हो जाएगी, इसका amplitude further कम हो जाएगा. That means less and less energy is now dumped into the capacitor. उसकी वजह से क्या होगा? Capacitor voltage फिर से कम हो जाएगी, ये फिर से charge करेगा, discharge करेगा, and then it will charge to peak value, and then उसके बाद आप, and then it will start discharging, and when it discharges fully, you can see then you are trying to fire the TCR. जब आप TCR को यहाँ fire करने की कोशिश कर रहे हो, the capacitor voltage has already reached zero, so TCR does not fire. So from here onwards there will be no TCR current. That means capacitor voltage is equal to normal value, steady state value. क्योंकि अब क्या होगा, अब आपका TCR फायर ही नहीं हो रहा है, बिकॉज योर अल्फा इज 90 डिग्रीज 90 डिग्रीज, और आप here you are trying to fire the TCR but voltage across TCR is zero. Here you are trying to fire TCR but voltage across it is zero. Here you are trying to fire the TCR but voltage across it is zero, because voltage across TCR is same as capacitor voltage. So at zero voltage TCR does not fire, so TCR currents vanish. So there is no further dumping of energy, inductive energy into the capacitance. A normal transmission line current flows through it. इसकी voltage normal steady state value पे आ जाती है, and this TCR presents infinite inductive reactance to the current, and it is turned off. Okay, no current flows through the TCR, all the transmission line current flows through capacitor, and this is normal capacitor voltage. This is how you decrease the capacitor voltage from higher value to normal steady state value. Okay, तो इसको भी आप ऐसे ही explain कर सकते हो, why the voltage has decreased, क्योंकि आपने TCR को लेट फायर किया. जब आपने लेट फायर किया तो इंटीग्रल IDT कम हो जाता है. ये देखिए आप, इंटीग्रल IDT कम हो जाता है. नेक्स्ट टाइम करंट का मैग्नीट्यूड फिर कम हो जाता है, तो इंटीग्रल IDT फर्दर कम हो जाता है. एज इंटीग्रल IDT डिक्रीजेस, द वोल्टेज अक्रॉस कैपेसिटर कीप्स ऑन डिक्रीजिंग. सो दिस ग्राफ शोज डिक्रीज इन कैपेसिटर वोल्टेज. सो दिस इज कैपेसिटर वोल्टेज डिक्रीज. तो आप फिर फाइनली फिर अल्फा π/2 पे ले जाते हो. एट अल्फा इक्वल टू π/2 द TCSC has normal capacitive reactance. It acts as a capacitive reactance, but minimum value, that is 1/omega c. So these two graphs I hope you have understood, and I have shown you when in the previous graph when alpha is reduced below this π/2, how capacitive reactance increases graphically, you can see, and how that results in increase in the capacitor voltage. Now if you want to do the reverse, you want to reduce the capacitor voltage from higher value to normal steady state value, then you have to retard the firing of TCR, firing of TCSC, and that decreases the voltage with every passing cycle. That decreases the voltage across capacitor till this TCR is completely turned off and all the transmission line current flows through the capacitor only, and capacitor voltage reaches normal steady state value, and capacitive reactance again is minimum, and that is equal to 1/omega c. Okay, so these two graphs have clearly explained how capacitor voltage can be increased, how it can be decreased. To increase the capacitor voltage, you have to reduce alpha below π/2. That means you have to advance the firing of TCSC, firing of TCR. And if you have to decrease the capacitor voltage, you have to retard the firing of TCSC. I hope that is clear. Now let me quickly show you the operation of TCSC in two modes: voltage compensation mode and impedance compensation mode. So first of all, I will explain its operation in voltage compensation mode. in voltage compensation mode, it acts as a capacitive reactance. And let us suppose when transmission line current is minimum, we design our TCSC in such a way that when transmission line current is at its minimum value, then maximum voltage is produced across the capacitor. Okay, so that I can explain with the help of this graph. This is I, transmission line current. This is inductive voltage. This is capacitive voltage. This is minimum transmission line current, I min. And this is maximum transmission line current, I max. Let me first of all draw, then I will explain. This is VL min, minimum inductive voltage, and this is VC min, minimum capacitive voltage. And this is alpha equal to alpha lim, alpha L lim, and this is alpha equal to 0 degree here. This is alpha equal to alpha C lim, and this is alpha equal to pi by 2. Now in the capacitive region of operation, you can see as the, for example, you are operating your TCSC at alpha lim, alpha C lim. This is alpha C lim, and it has maximum capacitive reactance because we cannot operate it below this. Iske niche, if you decrease alpha further, then resonance condition will be there, and this is the limit of operating your TCSC in the capacitive region. Let us assume that alpha is equal to alpha C lim here, and transmission line current starts from 0. As transmission line current increases, the voltage across capacitor increases, and finally at I equal to I min, when transmission line current is at its minimum value, corresponding to alpha equal to alpha C lim, maximum voltage appears across the capacitor, that is VC max. लेकिन हम क्या चाहते हैं, हम चाहते हैं कि इसके after this, even if the transmission line current increases because of load increase, this voltage across the capacitor, it's maintained at VC max. So therefore, what can we do? As now transmission line current further increases, obviously voltage across capacitor will go on increasing. Then what we will do? We will go on increasing delay angle. Here alpha is alpha C lim, so we will go on decreasing this delay angle. इस यहाँ से यहाँ तक delay angle हम increase कर रहे हैं. Okay. For example, here if it was 60 degrees, we increase 65 degrees, 70, 75, 80, 85 till 90 degrees. Because what happens when you increase the delay angle, capacitive reactance decreases. And when capacitive reactance decreases, what is voltage across capacitor? That is current into capacitive reactance. जब आप alpha increase कर रहे हैं, you are decreasing capacitive reactance. Okay? And although current is increasing from I min onwards, but capacitive reactance you are decreasing. So VC remains constant at VC max. We can say you are able to maintain VC at VC max till you reach alpha equal to maximum value, that is pi by 2, and at alpha equal to pi by 2 आपका TCR off हो जाता है, and only capacitor is there in the circuit, and TCSC has minimum reactance, minimum capacitive reactance, that is XC equal to 1 by omega C, corresponding to which if current is I max, the voltage across capacitor is VC max. Okay. Same is the case with if you operate your TCSC in the inductive region. In the inductive region, you first operate it at maximum delay angle alpha L lim, that is this. और जब transmission line current I min हो जाती है, you design your TCSC in such a way that the voltage across inductive voltage is VL max. This is VL max, maximum voltage. Okay, and beyond this you want to maintain. अगर आपकी transmission line current now increases from I min to I max, but you want to maintain the inductive voltage at this value VL max. So what you have to do, as transmission line current increases, as I increases, what is voltage across inductor? That is I into XL, which is a function of alpha. I increase हो जाएगी तो VL increase हो जाएगी. It will become greater than VL max, but we want to maintain it. So what you will do, you will go on reducing alpha, because when you are reducing alpha below alpha L lim, आपकी inductive reactance कम हो जाती है, और जितनी inductive reactance कम हो जाती है, even if current increases, this decreases, VL max पे maintain रहती है till you reach alpha equal to 0 degree, which is the minimum delay angle of your TCR. And at alpha equal to 0 degree, transmission line current is at its maximum value, but voltage across inductor or this inductive voltage is maximum, VL max. So this shows how we can produce a maximum specified voltage across TCSC, whether it is operating in the inductive region or in the capacitive region by delay angle control. Okay. Now what about the losses? If you want to, this is current versus percentage losses, or losses, percentage losses in this TCR, TCSC. This is I min, this is I max. This is I min, this is I max. Your losses will be like this. This is if VC is equal to 0. Otherwise losses are like this. This is if VC is equal to VC max. See, if VC is equal to 0, that means voltage across capacitor is 0. Only TCR is on. All the current flows through the TCR. This capacitor is completely bypassed. It is not allowed to conduct. Whatever current comes, that flows through the TCR. So that means TCR में जब current flow होती है, this TCR has valves. There will be power losses, switching and conduction losses in valves, and as the current increases, for VC equal to 0, the losses in the TCR also increase. Okay, but if you use your TCSC in the capacitive region of operation, for example, in the capacitive region of operation, you want to operate it at maximum voltage, VC max. When you operate it at maximum voltage, what is alpha? Alpha is equal to alpha, you have seen here, alpha C lim at I equal to I min. Because when I is equal to I min, the voltage across capacitor is VC max. This is I min, and voltage across capacitor is VC max. Okay, and alpha is equal to alpha. लेकिन उसके बाद क्या होता है जब आपकी current further increase होती है, when the current further increases, transmission line current from I min to I max, this is I max, you are increasing this delay angle. अब delay angle increase कर रहे हो. That means when you are increasing the delay angle, what happens to the current in the TCR? TCR में पहले अगर high इतने amplitude की current flow हो रही थी, अब वो amplitude कम होगा till you reach alpha equal to pi by 2. At alpha equal to pi by 2, TCR current is 0. Therefore, what happens as we increase alpha from alpha C lim, यहाँ पे alpha है alpha C lim, और यहाँ पे alpha कितना है? It is pi by 2. As we increase alpha from alpha C lim to pi by 2 in order to maintain capacitor voltage maximum, the current injections in the TCR valves go on decreasing. You can see decreasing, and therefore the losses keep on decreasing. So this shows how losses reduce as you increase alpha from alpha C lim to pi by 2. If you operate your TCSC in the capacitive mode of operation. So this is how we operate our TCSC in the voltage compensation mode. The same TCSC can be operated in the impedance compensation mode. Let me show that quickly. Impedance compensation mode. In the impedance compensation mode, the situation is like this. This is current, transmission line current. This is inductive voltage. This is capacitive voltage. So this is for alpha equal to 0 degree. This is alpha equal to alpha L lim. Let me first of all draw. This is XL minimum, and this is XL maximum. Similarly, this is alpha equal to 90 degrees, and this is alpha equal to alpha C lim. So therefore this is XC minimum, and this is capacitive reactance XC max. That is very interesting to see. If you in the inductive region you operate your TCR at alpha equal to 0. At alpha equal to 0, what is inductive reactance? Inductive reactance at alpha equal to 0, from this graph you can see it is minimum. So XL min. But if you operate your TCSC at alpha equal to alpha L lim, what is the inductive reactance. It is maximum. So it is maximum. Now, on the other hand, if you operate your TCSE in the capacitive region of operation, in the capacitive region of operation, you have two extremes, alpha equal to pi by 2 or alpha equal to alpha C lim. If you operate your TCSE at alpha equal to pi by 2, 90 degrees, okay, in that case it will have minimum capacitive reactance. You can see minimum capacitive reactance. So at alpha equal to 90 degrees, capacitive reactance is minimum, Xc min. And at alpha equal to alpha C lim, capacitive reactance, you can see it is maximum here. Alpha equal to alpha C, capacitive reactance is maximum. So this shows how you can vary the impedance, whether you are operating your TCSE in the inductive region or in the capacitive region. By alpha control, you can have different capacitive inductances or different inductive these impedances. So for example, in the capacitive region, you can vary the capacitive reactance from X min to Xc min to Xc max if you change the delay angle from 90 degrees to alpha C lim. Similarly, in the inductive mode of operation, you can change your inductive reactance from XL min to XL max by changing the delay angle from 0 degree to alpha L lim. Okay. Now, corresponding to this, the losses will be like this. This is transmission line current and this is percentage losses. For example, the loss in the capacitive region of operation, this is Xc max, and these are the losses for Xc min. It is very interesting when capacitive reactance is minimum. When is it minimum? At alpha equal to pi by 2. At alpha equal to pi by 2, आपका TCR on ही नहीं हो रहा है. So there is no current flowing through the TCR valves. So इसमें switching losses, conduction losses zero हो जाती है. All the current is flowing through the capacitor, और capacitor में छोटी losses होती है, small losses. So at X equal to Xc min, the losses are minimum. लेकिन अगर आप if you operate your TCSE at maximum capacitive reactance at alpha equal to alpha C lim, ये है अल्फा, यहाँ this is for alpha equal to alpha C lim. इस केस में alpha is equal to 90 degrees और इस केस में alpha is equal to alpha C lim. At alpha equal to alpha C lim, capacitive reactance is maximum. वो capacitive reactance तब maximum होती है जब maximum current flow होती है through this TCR. Because TCR current will be zero here and it will be maximum here. और जितना when TCR current is maximum, there will be more and more these switch losses, conduction losses in the TCR valves. So the losses will be maximum. As transmission line current increases from 0 to I max, you can see the losses correspondingly increase. So these are the losses for Xc max. These are the small losses for Xc min. Xc min is when alpha is equal to 90 degrees, for which case TCR does not conduct at all, and small losses will be there in capacitor. And for alpha equal to alpha C lim, the TCR will be in full conduction. It will be, conducting, and therefore there will be value losses. And as the transmission line current increases for Xc max operation, that as the transmission line current increases, the losses in the TCR valves also increase. So TCSE losses also increase. So this explains the losses and operation of TCSE in the impedance compensation mode. That completes our discussions on TCSE. So over last two lectures, that's previous lecture and this lecture, we have studied about the operation, the construction and the operation of TCSE. We have seen that a TCSE, which is thyristor controlled series compensator, it comprises of a capacitor which is put in series with the transmission line, and this capacitor is shunted by a TCR. Many such units are placed in series for capacitive compensation, and therefore by alpha control of the TCR, which is part of this TCSE, you can make your TCSE operate in the inductive region as well as in the capacitive region. By controlling the delay angle from 90 degrees to alpha C lim, your TCSE acts as a variable capacitive reactance, varying its capacitive reactance from minimum value of 1 by omega C to some maximum value. And the same TCSE can be made to operate in inductive region as a variable inductive reactance by delay angle control in the range from 0 degree to alpha L lim. Okay, by controlling the delay angle from 0 degree to alpha L lim degrees, you can make your TCSE operate in the inductive region, and it will produce variable inductive reactance from maximum value to some minimum value. And then in today's lecture I have shown you, and in the previous lecture also, and in today's lecture I have shown you that when a TCR is fired, how capacitor discharges and then it quickly charges with the reverse polarity and higher voltage. I have shown you that if alpha is reduced in the capacitive region below pi by 2, capacitive reactance increases, so capacitor voltage also increases. Graphically, I have proved how capacitor voltage actually increases because of increased integral IDT areas. And if you want to decrease the capacitor voltage from higher to lower value, you have to retard the firing of TCR. Okay, for increasing the voltage, you have to advance the firing by a small angle. For reducing the voltage, you have to retard the firing of TCR. And graphically also I have proved that when we retard the firing of TCR, how capacitive reactance decreases and how capacitor voltage decreases. And finally, we have studied the operation of TCSC in the voltage compensation mode and in the impedance compensation mode, and we have studied about various losses in the TCSC. So therefore, TCSC is a thyristor based series compensator. We can make it operate as a variable capacitive reactance or as a variable inductive reactance by delay angle control within certain range. So that completes our discussions on thyristor based series compensators. In thyristor based series compensators, we have studied about this GCSC, GTO controlled series capacitor, which is a thyristor, because GTO is also a member of the thyristor family, so we can call it also a thyristor based series capacitor or series compensator. Then we studied TSSC, thyristor switch series capacitor, which is also a thyristor based series compensator. And over the last two lectures, we have studied about TCSC, thyristor controlled series compensator. So it is also a thyristor controlled compensator, series compensator, of course. From next lecture onwards, inshallah, we will study about another type of series compensator, which is not thyristor based, which is converter based. Converter based series compensator. It is just like you have thyristor based shunt compensators like SVC and converter based shunt compensator like STATCOM. Similarly, in the series compensators, you have two categories: thyristor based series compensator and converter based series compensator. Thyristor based series compensators are further classified as GCSC, TSSC and TCSC. And we have already completed the discussions on these three types of thyristor based series compensators. And in the next lecture, we will start discussions on converter based series compensator, that is SSSC, static series synchronous compensator, which is a series compensator but converter based series compensator. With this, I conclude my today's lecture. All the best to all of you. Thank you.